Hey everyone, it's Ashley Mustache and welcome back to my channel with another video. It's been quite a while. I've been absent pretty much a majority of 2021. I did dump a lot of videos in and then I kind of just disappeared as usual. But this year I just wanted to start off right with, doing a voiceover and just getting out of my comfort zone and being able to explain what I'm doing, because maybe people might have a question or gives helpful tips on how I do my drawing to coloring on digital pieces. Even though I'm not too confident in them, I try my best to try different techniques and look at other artists and see what they're doing to help not speed up the process but definitely improve where I was previously. So right now you'll be seeing me draw Raish Phoenix again. That name sounds familiar to you. I've drawn her before and posted a video where she was cosplaying as Android 17. And here she's cosplaying as Morrigan Aensland from Stalkers. I'll leave her information in the description box where you can find all of her platforms that she's on. She recently just joined TikTok, so definitely give her all the love and support on there. I hope everybody's been having a good 2021 and moving into 2022 a lot better. I know I am. I just recently had a couple of changes in my life. I actually did a video on that in my other channel called The Passion of Ashton. That's more so just hair videos and vlogging. Just doing anything that's not art related. I kind of want to just keep this channel more art related and then maybe possibly squeeze in some gaming, but who knows. Everything's up in the air. I always want to start a project and then I don't finish it. So right now what I'm doing is using the fat pencil from Mike Henry's set. I'll try and leave a link to where he has his brush sets. It was a free small brush set, nothing crazy. He just has his modified brushes like the round brush, the solid round, and just two other ones like the ink and the sketch pencil. I use that just if I'm not doing anything other than sketching and then doing the base colors and then filling in any shadows. Anything like details that I do, I usually will branch out and test any brushes. I know Procreate came out with a new update with a lot of new brushes that I've been trying out. On a separate layer, I drew a bat and then just duplicated it and just stretched it and moved it around so it replicates going over her thighs and everything. I'll actually leave a photo of what I was referencing. One of her cosplays that I fell in love with and had to draw her. I'm sure she's sick of me using her as her muse, but she's just phenomenal with how she presents herself and puts a lot of work in her makeup and the costumes that she wears. So what I'll do when doing like my flats, which is pretty much the base color, I always start out with that. Try to get everything on separate layers. So I'll do the hand on a separate layer. I'll do the chest piece and the clothing and the hair on separate layers because it's a lot easier once you get up to the shading, or at least for me it is. This is a technique that I just grown to love, where it's just I don't have to worry if I mess up on one piece because like I don't have to do the whole layer or the nearby if it's article of clothes or skin that I messed up. The last thing you want to do is start over and try to blend everything back in so it looks where it's supposed to, because one, that's time consuming and sometimes it's very noticeable once you get to the finished product. So to make it easy for me, I just started going on different layers and then following up with each layer, like the arms, the legs, the torso, the hair, the skin. Each of them will have their own layers that are separate with the shading. Now, I can't always, have that many layers because Procreate tends to limit how many layers you have. So sometimes I will have to make that decision of like, am I done with this? Can I merge it? So it's a game of roulette. So I try to make sure if I'm, having to merge any layers together, one, that they work well with each other, where I'm not gonna, have to fix all of that together. Like sometimes I prefer, like, if I have to merge layers, one, they're not too close to each other, and they're not where one thing is in the foreground, one thing's in the background, because if the back of the hair is in the background and I merge that with something that's more in the foreground and bring that together, anything that's in at that bottom layer that I'm bringing up to the foreground, it'll mess up everything that I had. So you gotta piece everything together. Hopefully that makes sense. Half the time I don't make sense, but hopefully it'll just come together when you understand everything with layers. I'm still getting used to digital art. I always say that because there's always something that I'm learning or improving on, and I definitely want to do that this year. I definitely want to continue. I have so many photos from over this past year that I've just been saving that I kind of just want to continue, like the lip series. Like, I love doing that, and then possibly squeezing in like different body parts. That sounds really, creepy, but if you see my work, I've done eyes, I've done, lips. I also want to start mastering hands and shoes, so I'll definitely start doing more photo studies and just be able to demonstrate a lot of the things I'm trying to improve on, and hopefully you guys will join me and see that. I definitely want to also continue try doing voiceovers as well. So the more I start putting out, because I have a lot of photos to work off of and past speed paintings that I haven't uploaded yet, so I want to definitely get those out so I can have a refresher and remember everything I do, because a lot of this, like, I kind of remember, like, thankfully I didn't use a lot of different brushes for this. Like, this part is pretty easy. Like with the makeup, I'll try and zoom in if I haven't already to show you what I'm doing with the makeup. It's kind of just eyeballing everything and working my skills with that. I like to think I'm not too bad at doing makeup on myself. It's another thing to actually make it look presentable on an actual drawing, because you don't want it to look too flat. You want to make sure the eyes are, not being too dramatic on the look. It's actually following what she did and just trying to be close to the T with everything. You'll notice like the photo isn't on the screen when I draw, because I like to eyeball a lot of the colors and try to just train my eye to, match everything up. I don't like doing like a color drop to get to the exact color. I guess it's a lot more fun with me actually going on the color wheel and just getting close to it. That's why it's always good for me to do a base layer. That way I can just adjust as I need to when I do the shading and any highlights that need to get done. So now I'm just pretty much continuing shading. I'm not going to probably talk over the whole thing because it's kind of just repetitive stuff, going through each layer, doing almost like select, invert, and then coloring and cutting out the shadow just to make it easier. So I'm not going to go over each and every one and talk through that. So I'm just going to let you guys enjoy the speed paint, and I will get back to you guys once we're towards the end, because actually very proud of this background that I did, because I actually made a brush, which I am very crappy at doing. I'll try and also insert a quick clip if I can, or explain just what I did to make it, just to make it more close to the theme that I was going for and everything. So I will see you guys very shortly. Okay, back to kind of explain what I did as far as like the brush for the bats in the background. By no means am I professional at making brushes. I leave that to the professionals. I just wing it half the time. So I kind of just got a random I don't even think I got a PNG file because I had to erase the background, and then I think I just changed the hue of the bat, which kind of gave these transparent bats, which kind of look cool, but I think I decided on a more solid tone of it, and got more solid bats and randomized it as much as possible, so they're kind of all over the place. Once again, I just make them just to make my life easier. They're not perfect whatsoever, but it worked for me. So here we are towards the end of the video, just adding my final touches to really bring it all together. I thank you guys for staying tuned, if you made it through the end of the video. I know it's kind of unbearable to hear me like wing it with these voiceovers. I'm still trying, and hopefully I get better towards making more of these videos and actually making more content. But I'll probably be posting a lot of my old speed paintings. Hopefully you guys look forward to that, and then hopefully I'll have other projects that you'll be getting to see in the future. So keep an eye out for that, and I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video.